Democratic heavyweights are sounding off on the war with Iran at the National Action Network's convention. I want to bring in MS Now's Maya Eaglin. Maya, I noticed as I looked at the lineup of folks speaking, it was pretty heavy with people who have been talked about as potential 2028 presidential candidates. And I guess you spoke to one of them, Governor Josh Shapiro. Tell us about it.
Yes, Chris, that's right. Josh Shapiro, he completely dodged all questions about his presidential run, but he did have a lot to say about President Trump's recent comments on social media about Iran and then the claims of a ceasefire. He said if that were to go through, that would have been another case for war crimes against President Trump. I'm going to play a bit more of the conversation I just had with Governor Shapiro. Take a listen. If you could speak directly to President Trump about everything, the back and forth in Iran, what would you want him to know specifically, and especially about the finances of everyday Americans that have really been eating the cost of this?
I think the president's war of choice, a war I do not support and have not supported, has not only wreaked havoc across the globe, it's made things far more difficult for the American people. Whether it's fuel prices, whether it's the cost at the grocery store, whether it's the cost of your health care, Donald Trump is directly responsible for making everything cost more, and we are now saddled by that.
Shapiro mentioned that he really wants to focus on the midterm elections and making sure that both houses of Congress go toward the Democrats. He says he's been strategizing with Representative Hakeem Jeffries to make sure that happens. And here at the NAN conference, he just spoke on stage about the importance of collective community action and making sure people strategize and actually get to the polls and bring other people to the polls to make the Democrats' plan happen as we approach these midterm elections. Other folks who are speaking here today, I'll pull up this graphic. Of course, Rev Al Sharpton, who's the founder of the National Action Network. We also have Mayor Zoran Mamdani, who spoke, Representative Al Green, Representative Ro Khanna, and Attorney Benjamin Crump. So we'll be asking more folks throughout the day and throughout the conference this week more about their thoughts on the midterms and, again, reactions to everything happening in Iran. Chris?
I've got less than a minute, but I'm curious what the mood is on the ground there as we're approaching the midterms.
I would say it's somewhat optimistic. A lot of folks here are energized. Folks on stage have been calling for this to be a movement of inclusivity to make sure that no generation, no group is left behind. And the message has been, we are stronger together. So I think a lot of folks are carrying out that message. And Rev Al Sharpton said, we're leaving this conference with a strategy. This isn't about talking points. This is about coming up with a plan. Chris?
Maya Eaglin, thank you for that.